bod yn ôl os byddai mi. Sy'n yn ar gwynta paid edrych nôl. Anwybyddiad lywogiad ffwr. Methu gweld beth sydd o'mlaen. Penderfyniad i wneud a penllawn sain.
It's Adwaith live on KEXP from Vera in Groningen, Netherlands for Eurosonic. That sounded absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. That was so fun, wasn't it?
Thank you.
It sounded great. Hollie, would you mind introducing the rest of the band?
Yes, I can do that. So on the end here, we've got Gwenllian Anthony. She's on the bass. This is Heledd.
Full name.
Yeah, I know. It's got to be done. Gwenllian Anthony on the bass. Heledd Owen on the drums. And I'm Hollie Singer. I'm the singer and the guitarist. It's my real name. It's not a made-up stage name that I've given myself, I promise.
So I want KEXP listeners to get a little sense of who you are. So Hollie and Gwen, you guys, you both have known each other pretty much as long as it's possible to know somebody.
Yeah, we've been friends since we were about 2. I think we went to nursery
Like you can
together.
even remember it?
I know, it's mad. And yeah, Hollie went to live in Australia for a bit when we were in primary school, and she came back and we rekindled our friendship. Mm-hmm. So it could have been a very different story. We could be not here right now, but yeah, we've known each other a long time.
Yeah. Were you musical early on? Like at what point did you...
I think our families are very musical, so we've kind of, all of us have all grown up around music, so it's just kind of natural for us to want to get involved, I think.
And you're from Carmarthen?
Carmarthen, yes, the capital of the world.
What's that like?
It's a small, lovely Welsh town. It's actually the oldest town in Wales, fun fact.
And it's where Merlin is born. So Myrddin in the Caerfyrddin is Merlin in Welsh.
Wow.
So it's claim to fame there.
Okay, that's cool. That's good to know. So you've known each other for a long time, and at a certain point, Heledd enters the picture.
Yeah.
But what was the occasion that brought you together to start playing music together? Because you knew each other a long time. You come back from Australia, you rekindle your friendship. Were you just teenagers, like looking for something to do?
Pretty much, yeah. I think what inspired us the most was the Welsh language scene in our hometown. When we were growing up, we would go to gigs in the one and only local venue in our town called The Parrot, which is now called Cuddio. But thank God for that venue, because I don't think any of us would have been introduced to Welsh language music as much as we were if it wasn't for that venue. So yeah, we just wanted to get involved.
Now, a lot has been made about you singing in your native language, Welsh. You might be sick of talking about it.
Depends on the question.
But for me, it's always really perplexing when music industry types maybe advance a record or think that you can't be successful if you don't sing in most cases English. Right? So if you're singing in a native tongue, for example, we play a lot of Icelandic music, and that's never been an issue. It's just like, is the music good? So how have you run into that kind of mentality? And have you had to fight against that?
Especially, we have, but it's not the fans or, normal people going to gigs. It's the London industry people. Like we were trying for years to get a booking agent, and it was always, oh, they're really good, but they sing in Welsh, and I just don't think, I don't know, they don't really know how to market it. It's something a bit different, but we found, an amazing booking agent now, and we've kind of realized that we want to go, we see ourselves as an European band, and I think Europeans really appreciate what we're doing, and that's kind of the route that we want to go down now, bypass London. Mm-hmm.
The fans are there. It doesn't matter, right? Great music's great music. It's universal. So, it's perplexing when you run into that kind of attitude.
Yeah. I mean, if Despacito can be number one, and that's Spanish, and most people can't understand it, then we can do it too.
So, when you were starting, Was it something you actually ever thought about, or was it just natural, and then you had to think about it later?
Pretty natural, wasn't it? In terms of, writing.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to, like we said, be a part of that Welsh language scene and to write in Welsh. And we went to Welsh schools and we were brought up in Welsh, and it just felt like the natural thing to do. And, we have written a few English songs, but it feels unauthentic in a way. It feels like it's not us. But who knows? We might, write some English songs in the future, but I don't see it for us for the near future anyway.
Or Spanish songs, maybe.
Maybe.
Who
Heledd
knows?
has been learning Dutch. So maybe we'll write a Dutch song.
Yeah.
So Adwaith is Welsh for reaction. What are you reacting against? Or to?
It's kind of like a double entendre, I guess. The name came from just my mum asking what reaction meant. And there's two different types of reaction in Welsh. So there's a chemical reaction, which is Adwaith, and then there's a reaction like when you react to something, which is a mateb. But I think when we came on the scene, there was no females in our local town singing in Welsh or in English for that matter. We never really saw females on the stage. So it's kind of a reaction, to that. So it's kind of, I feel like it works really well for us.
Yeah. And fans' reaction to you has been fantastic.
I'd like to think so.
Think back. So when you started, you were young, and that was probably 8 years ago-ish.
Yeah.
So now that you're a couple albums in, are you seeing your impact or your influence on some new up-and-coming artists? Are you inspiring new young women to create bands, or men?
I hope so. Someone, Kath, who writes for this blog, the other day, she messaged us saying that she received an entry from someone that said, for fans of Adwaith, and she sent us to us like, oh my God, look, you have for fans of Adwaith. So I like to think so. We do some workshops and stuff as well with the Eisteddfod and for this organisation called Merched Neu Music, where we lead workshops for young girls, like songwriting and playing instruments and stuff. So I hope so.
Feels like the Welsh language scene is definitely changing in terms of kind of recognition for women and non-binary people as well. There's a lot of really good artists at the moment coming through. So
As ambassadors for Welsh culture and fully embracing that, any artists that we're missing out on that you would recommend?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's somebody called Gwenllian who was nominated for the Mercury Prize this year, and she sings in Cornish and Welsh. She's amazing. She was kind of like a big inspiration for us starting. And there's also somebody called Cerys Havana, who's a harpist and singer from Wales. She's amazing as well.
We've seen her a few times now, and every time I'm just
mesmerised.
Yeah, and you can hear a pin drop. Everyone's just so silent, and she is incredible. So I definitely would check her out.
And I think just any of the bands on Libertino Records, the record label we're on, they're all amazing.
So the first album, Melon, came out in 2018. Botto Motto came out in 2022. Obviously, there was a pandemic in there. What impact did the pandemic have on the making of Botto Motto? Did it change your perspective? Did you have a moment of reflection during the pandemic where you reassessed kind of what you were doing as a group?
Yeah, well, we pretty much had an album to go before the pandemic. And then we played a festival in Siberia, which was very random, but very fun. And we came back and the pandemic literally hit us then. And we kind of had the time and the breathing space to kind of evaluate what we wanted to do. And that old album didn't really feel like the album we wanted to release. So we went and cracked on with writing another album.
Yeah.
Was that hard to do, to let it go?
I don't know. I think we were just ready for a new era. I think the pandemic was just a really positive thing for us because we were going like so hard with gigs and stuff. We didn't really have time to think about what direction we wanted to go in and what we wanted to do. So to have that time to just sort of breathe and reflect on what direction we wanted to go in was quite positive for us.
It was written,
even though it was tragic for the world, obviously, but positive for us in some ways.
But it was written in quite a different way to the first album because of the pandemic as well. So
so
that
we played
was a big,
them the first time in the studio together, which was bizarre.
Just sort of sending voice notes back and forth to each other, and then we just finally got together in the studio and put it.
So the experience in Siberia then influenced the new album. A couple things. The pandemic let you reassess the album you did after you went on the trip and felt inspired to do something different. What was it about the trip that did that?
It was just so different to anything that we've ever experienced before, I think. Just everything about it, the landscapes, the culture, everything.
The architecture. It was in the third biggest city in Russia called Ulan-Ude, but no one's really ever heard of it because it's kind of forgotten and it's just like a lost city in Siberia, and there was lots of like high buildings that were kind of half built, and there wasn't really a city centre, and it was very almost like a bomb had gone off there. It was very, I don't know, strange place, wasn't it?
It was cool though. We went to the Buddhist capital, and it was like, I just remember being gobsmacked the whole time we were there.
We saw a mummified body behind a glass cabinet.
Who was still alive, apparently.
Did you write a song about that?
No, not specifically, but it definitely, we left there feeling a bit like, whoa, what have we just seen? It was crazy.
So I didn't know that the album was inspired by that experience when I first heard it a bunch of times. And one thing that I took away from listening to it right away was, man, the sequencing is so beautiful on the record. And it's almost like a journey. And it's cool to hear that it was inspired by an actual journey. Did you sequence it? Like, did you put a lot of time and energy into sequencing it? Was that really intentional?
Yeah, I feel like we definitely knew how we wanted it to sound and how we wanted it to all flow together. So yeah, that definitely.
It's absolutely beautiful in that way, and takes you on a journey and ends on kind of a bright note that's very optimistic, which makes me wonder about your future. So first of all, you have not toured the States yet.
No.
We can't wait. So
we really want to. That's kind of a big thing for us this year. Next year, we really want to do it.
So you have a new agent. Nothing in play yet, though.
No, I think we're going to try and target America next year.
We are going to South by Southwest.
We are.
Okay,
in March.
Like a one-off.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're playing in New Colossus in New York as well, just before. Cool. But yeah, a nice big old tour would be cool.
Would be lovely. Yeah.
Well, it'll be amazing because you'll have a couple albums that you've already, under your belt that are going to be, people are going to be hearing them live for the first time, right? So there's going to be a lot of excitement around that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think it'll be super cool. What about a new album?
Just you wait. We've just come back from the studio from doing pre-production.
Already?
And it sounds so good. I'm so pleased with it. Yeah. I don't know how we do it.
It's a kind of a more extreme version of all the songs we've already written. I think like the darker songs are darker and the poppier songs are poppier and everything's just wild. Yeah. I just want to hear the tracks now. We're kind of anxiously waiting for our producer Steph to send over the tracks so we can listen to them.
If you're watching, Steph, please hurry up.
So what's the process like there then? You do pre-production, you hear kind of the rough mixes of songs, you decide what you like, don't like, you work on them?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's something we haven't done before, pre-production. We usually just go into the studio with the songs and just record them, and then those are the songs.
It's actually very useful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just being able to have the time to, arrange things or, be like, oh, actually that needs another chorus, or, maybe the melody on that verse can change a bit, and really have time to kind of work on it and work on the songs in studio is just, yeah, really, really good.
And is it a collaborative process? Like
Yes.
you'll listen to it and come together and be like, what do you think of this? Or
Very much so. It's all the three of us. We all put our
Sometimes we
bit in.
disagree, but a lot of the times
Yeah.
we do agree. So it's quite easy.
And you have 2 albums, both of which won the Welsh Music Prize for Album of the Year when they came out, which is amazing, right? Like, how did you feel when your first album won that award?
Oh, that was a good day. That was a good day. I feel like those songs, we kind of wrote them with no expectations. You know, some of them we wrote when we were like 15, 16 in our bedrooms, and to think that like people connected with those songs so much and so much that we won an award, it was really special. Yeah,
I think it's something really new for Wales as well. So I think it was just like nice to feel that excitement with people in Wales as well.
And then for the second album to win again must have been pretty stunning, right?
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't expect that.
That was
Yeah.
a
Not
cherry
at
on
all.
top.
And we got a cash prize this time,
Wow.
which was even better.
So does that put weird expectations on the third record?
I just feel like we approached the second one. If it sounds good in the rehearsal room, and if it sounds good to us, it'll be good. You know, we just can't put pressure on ourselves too much.
Yeah.
And I think when we're having fun, that's when the best songs come out. So we're trying not to overthink things and just sort of go at it all guns blazing, really.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for this performance, for making amazing music. Looking forward to more. Looking forward to a States tour.
Me too.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
It's Adwaith Live on KEXP, again from Vera in Groningen, Netherlands for Eurosonic. And to those of you viewing right now or listening, you make these one-of-a-kind performances possible through your donations. So thanks to everyone who powers KEXP. Discover new music at kexp.org.